So the first thing that I use when shaving my stomach is soap. So when I'm shaving, I like to use a gentle soap, but also a soap that will definitely clean. A lot of gentle soaps don't make me feel clean, but these are the only gentle natural soaps that help me to feel clean. So I like to use them for shaving. Next, I will make a DIY body scrub. You could easily buy one of these, but I just like to make them at home. So I do about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and then I do about 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds. I just like to use any coffee grounds. The one that I'm using in this video is Cafe Bustelo. So then I just mix it up and it makes the perfect body scrub. So then I obviously use conditioner to shave. This is my favorite way to shave. And then finally, these are the razors that I use. So I like the Bic Soleil razors. And I know in my previous videos, I talked about how I like to use men's razors, but I've actually stopped using men's razors because I have noticed that they're starting to lead to cuts for me. So I'm going back to women's razors, and these are my favorite women's razors. Finally, I use lotion. Any lotion will do, but I just like to use the Suave lotion. It's inexpensive and it works really well for me. So this is about 3 weeks of hair regrowth on my stomach. I know my stomach isn't insanely hairy. Like if you're a few feet away from me, you can't see, but I can feel it and I can see it. So that's why I shave. So the first thing that I do when shaving my stomach is I wash my stomach with soap. So I like to use the natural soap that I showed you guys before. And the gentle soap is important because I want my skin to be clean, because that helps to reduce the irritation from shaving. But at the same time, I don't want the soap to have too many perfumes, too many dyes, anything like that, because that is sometimes what leads to irritation on my skin after shaving. So next I use the DIY body scrub, and of course you can buy this in the store, but I like to make mine at home. I think that when I make it fresh, it just makes my skin a lot smoother and I just have better results. Using a scrub before shaving is really important for me because again, it helps to reduce irritation. It helps to clean my skin, but it also helps to make my skin nice and smooth, which for me, when it comes to shaving, smooth skin is key, because that is what helps to reduce ingrown hairs and reduce razor bumps and anything like that for me when I'm shaving. So next I apply conditioner, and conditioner is another essential product for me when it comes to shaving. I apply it to my skin before I shave. Conditioner helps to soften the hair, which makes shaving a lot easier. So finally, I shave my stomach. So this is how I shave my stomach. I go horizontally from the center of my stomach to the left side of my stomach, and then horizontally from the center of my stomach to the right side of my stomach. And this is just how I've been doing it ever since I started to shave my stomach. I know that it may look like I'm going fast, and for a lot of you guys this may be cringy or scary because it looks like I'm gonna cut myself. Again, I have a lot of experience with this, so just a recommendation to you guys if you want to try this, while I'm not recommending anyone to do this. Okay, so really quick, I want to insert this clip into the video because I just said that I don't recommend you guys to do this. When I said that, I meant, it's not that I'm saying don't do it, I'm just saying that I can't promise that it's going to give you guys the same results as it's given me, because I don't think that you can make that promise with anything that you're using for your skin, because everyone's skin is different. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, back to the video. If you wanted to try to shave your stomach, you definitely want to go a little bit more gentle and slower than I'm going in this video, especially if you're a first timer. Finally, I apply lotion, and this is the final step to shaving my stomach. I like to apply lotion because I think that it just helps to make my stomach nice and smooth, and here is the final result. My stomach is smooth and hairless and ready for bikini season. Alright guys, so I just showed you exactly how I shave my stomach and what I use to shave my stomach, like the products and the razor that I use. Now I'm going to get into frequently asked questions, and I'm going to be addressing different myths and misconceptions about shaving your stomach. So the very first frequently asked question that I want to address about shaving my stomach is, how often do I shave my stomach? So I shave my stomach once every 2 weeks in the summer, depending on if I'm gonna be wearing a bathing suit or a crop top, which I will usually wear crop tops frequently in the summer. That's why I shave every 2 weeks. In the winter, I'll sometimes do once a month or once every month and a half. My hair does not grow back extremely thick, as I showed you guys before. That was about 3 weeks of hair growth. To me, that is hairy, but when you're looking at me from like 5 feet away, I know that it's not as hairy as I think I am. And that's something that I want to point out, is that I feel like we're all hyper aware of the flaws on our body or the things that we don't like about ourselves, and oftentimes to other people it may not be as prominent or as noticeable as it is to you. So just be aware of that. Another frequently asked question or frequently commented comment that I want to address is, does your hair grow back darker or thicker after you shave your stomach? So I get a lot of people asking me in the comments, like, how can you shave your stomach? It's just going to grow back darker. It's just going to grow back thicker. And from my experience, that is a myth. So I'm only going to be speaking for myself because I feel like when I try to generalize for everyone, especially with shaving or skincare in general, we just get into a gray area because everyone is different and everyone's skin is different. But from my experience, shaving has not made my hair thicker or darker at all. The hair on my stomach is still the same thickness and the same darkness as it was when I first started to grow hair on my stomach. From my understanding, the rumor going around that your hair will grow back thicker and darker if you shave just anywhere in your body is a myth because you're not actually pulling it from the root, you're just getting it from the top of the skin. So how could it grow back darker? How could it grow back thicker? And I get a lot of young girls saying like, my stomach is hairy, I really want to shave it, but my mom won't let me. To that I say, I guess enjoy it while it lasts. I'm not going to sit here and say that I look forward to shaving. I don't enjoy shaving. It is not something that I want to do every day. So I guess if you have the opportunity to not shave and you have an actual reason not to shave, just take advantage of that. As you get older and as your hormones change, your hair growth can also change and your hair thickness or thinness can change as well. So the next thing that I want to address is there stubble on your stomach and does it feel rough when you shave? So my response to that is yes, there is stubble, but it is not anything like the stubble on your legs after you haven't shaved for like a week or 2 weeks. It is nothing like that at all. It is the faintest bit of stubble. You wouldn't even notice it. You can't even really see it unless you go up close. The hair on my stomach is not thick, it is very thin, and so that's why the stubble is not bad. If you have extremely thick hair growing on your stomach, there may be some stubble, like stubble on your legs, but I can only speak for myself because the hair on my stomach is on the thinner side, and when it grows back, the stubble is not even that noticeable, and it doesn't bother me at all, which is why I have continued to shave my stomach. So another common question that I get asked is, do you shave your back? So a lot of people think that because I shave my stomach, I should shave my back because the hair wraps around from your stomach, your torso to your back. And if you're shaving your stomach, there's going to be like a direct line on your hips or on your waist where it cuts off from being super hairy on your back to hairless on your stomach. And I actually do not shave my back. I have an extremely hairy back. It would be nice if I was able to remove the hair somehow, but I just feel like your back is just too big of an area of skin to shave, especially if you can't see what you're doing. I cannot see the hair on my back. I never notice it. I never even look at my back. I have a tattoo on my back and half the time I forget that it's even there because I'm never looking at my back ever. So that's why I don't shave my back. Now there is a little bit of a line from where I shave my stomach to where my back starts to get hairy. The line where it goes from hairless skin on my stomach to having a hairy back is pretty faint and unnoticeable because of the fact that the hair in the middle of my back is not as prominent as the hair on my upper back and my lower back. So finally, I want to address this common misconception, which is, does it grow back faster? So the truth is, if you were to wax your stomach, the hair growth would come back a lot slower than if you were to shave. With that being said, the hair growth on my stomach doesn't grow back extremely fast, and it hasn't grown back faster and faster and faster over time. I mean, I do get a little bit of regrowth probably halfway through the first week, but it's a slow regrowth process. And this is after I've shaved, as I said, for over 10 years. But the only thing is that this just makes sense to me. If you were to wax, you're getting the hair from the root, so of course it's going to take a slower amount of time to grow back. Whereas when you shave, you're getting the hair just from the top layer of skin, so it's going to take a faster amount of time to grow back rather than if you had waxed. And that just, I mean, that makes sense. The regrowth for me has been the same in terms of speed as it has been from when I first started to shave. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm actually going to be starting a series of shave with me videos where I take you through each part of my body that I shave besides like any TMI areas, just to give you guys the full in-depth description and analysis and instructions and step-by-step everything like that regarding how I shave a certain area, because I feel like no matter how many times I explain how I shave, there's always going to be people that have other questions and that just want to see a live demo. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys have any further questions about shaving your stomach, please leave them in the comments below. I'm sure I must have left something out. So don't be afraid to ask anything. I will answer whatever questions that you have. Look out for my next shave with me video, which will be about shaving my legs. I love all of you, and I will talk to you guys next time.